Okay, let's talk about the fractional part of a number again. So in a previous lesson, we talked about translating problems by replacing the words of with multiplication and is with an equal sign. So let's do what fraction of 48 is 36. So we're looking for the fraction. So fraction of is our multiply. 48 is our equal, and 36. Okay, so to get the f by itself, to balance the equation, we're going to divide both sides by 48. That will cancel these out, and our fraction will be 36 divided by 48, which should give us, we can reduce those definitely divide by 2, but we can keep dividing, and that will give us 3/4, right? If we simplify it, so that would be dividing by 12. We can divide both by 12. So 36 divided by 12 is 3. 48 divided by 12 is 4. So that's our simplified fraction. But if the question was, what is the decimal part, or what, so if we change this to what decimal, actually, let me do this. Will it still be blue? Yes, decimal part of 48 is 36. So we would still have this would just change to D, and it would still be 36 over 48, which 48 divided by, 36, it cannot go in here, so I'm going to do 0, put a point, add 60, 48 goes into 367 times, right? So 7 times 48 is 336, and 60 minus 36, 4 is 40, 24. But we drop another 0, so 48 times 5 should be 240, which it is. So our decimal part is 0.75. You might know if you do a pie chart, since this is even, and divide it into 4, every part is 0.25, a quarter, and if you have 3 of them, it's 0.75. So that would be if it was the decimal part of that. So let's do do 65 is what decimal part of 18. So we're going to translate this 65, our is equals what decimal part of is multiply in 18. Okay, so to balance the equation, let's divide both sides by 18. So 65 over 18 is our decimal part. So now we'll divide, right? 18 goes into 65. Oh, here, let me, okay, let's do 18 goes into 65, 3 times, 1836, something, 454. So minus 54, 1, 18 can't go into 11, but I can go into 110, 6 times, okay, so 18 times 6 is 108, so that gives us 220 goes in 1 time, which this is just going to keep repeating. So 3.61 repeating is going to be the decimal part. If it had asked for this fractional part, 65 over 18, does that reduce? It doesn't. There's nothing that divides both of those numbers. Okay, so that would have been the fractional part, just leaving it there. Let's see. Oops. If we had 65 over 20, oops, I'm mixing my numbers. You know, we can reduce by 5, or that, let's see, 65 over 20 would reduce to 13 over 4. This is just if we had that. We don't have that. But I just want to show you, if it asks for the fraction part, we do want to reduce. But if they want it as a fixed number, a mixed number, I'm sorry, 4 times 3 would be 12 plus 1 be 13. So our mixed number answer, so these are all equal, right? 3 and 1/4. This would just be reducing. This is our mixed number. If we had it over something that would reduce. Okay, let's do another one. So let's do 3/4 of what number is 90? Let's try this. 3/4 of what number is 90? Okay, so we have 3/4 are multiplied. We're looking for what number our is equal 90. So to get rid of this and get the n by itself, we multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4/3. So this would be times 4/3 because we want to balance everything. These cancel. So n equals 90 times 4 divided by 3, right? And 90 times 4 is 360, and divide that by 3, which is going to be 120. The last thing is if we had said 0.75 here instead of the 3/4, and look for the answer, it would be similar, so we would have had 0.75 times n equals 90, and so we would have divided by that 0.75, right? Which when you divide by 90, so we move this over, 75 goes into 90 one time. That would be 15. And we drop this 0. 75 goes into 50. That would be 2 times. Be 0, and then we'd still have our last 0. Right? Yep, so we'll just divide there, or if you do that in a calculator, 90 divided by 0.75, it would still give you 120, so your answer is the same whether you use the fraction, right, or the decimal. The number that we're looking for is still 120. All right, that's all for this lesson. Let me know if you have any questions.